Hey everybody, this is the Nascar Freak here, and welcome back to another Nascar Diecast video here today. This is the 37th review of 2024, and I got 5 classic Nascar diecasts here, 3 Truck Series diecasts, and 2 Old Cup Series diecasts here. I have PJ Jones, Craig Hartson from 1995, Tammy Joe Kirk from 1997, Casey Atwood, even though it says 2003 preview, it's a 2002, because Casey Atwood did not drive the 7 car in 2003. That was Jimmy Spencer. And then I have 2005 Rusty Wallace, the Miller Lite Dodge, in his final season right there. So we got some awesome diecasts. Very much good deals on these. Basically paid less than $5 basically for these diecasts, all 5 of these. So I had a really good day. So let's get into this review, starting out with the PJ Jones #1 truck. Let's get into it. So here's the first diecast in this review, and it's going to be on the 1995 PJ Jones Traders Sport Truck Superstore American Racing Custom Wheels Ford F-150. And this is a very, very nice plain black Ford F-150 truck diecast here. And let me tell you something. So when I got this thing open, it was actually kind of challenging because, you know, all the Racing Champions diecasts back in the day were on bases, right? Just like earlier in the intro. I had a tough time. I actually had to use some force to get this thing off because the base actually melted. The tires were sinking into the stand, and that's how old this thing is. It's been sitting out in the sun for a long time, basically being kind of exposed to daylight, all that stuff. So that's how old this truck diecast is. We're going to go and move on to the front here. There's Traders Sport Truck Superstore, American Racing Custom Wheels, and Ford on the hood. There's the Ford F-150 nose right there, you can see, and a big #1 on the right headlight, right front headlight. And here is the left side right here. This is just a plain black truck, but it's very nice. You know, sometimes basically having it plain and having a bunch of sponsors on it is really darn cool. There's Craftsman, by the way, on the sides. There is not on the roof, on the windshield banners, but there is the roof. Speaking of, here is the truck bed in the back. It says First Winner and American Racing Custom Wheels on the sides of the truck bed, and on the back of here it just says Traders Sport Truck Superstore. And here is the right side of the diecast here, same side as left. And this is just a really cool truck. If you guys are looking for a PJ Jones diecast, I recommend you guys to get this one. And or if you guys are looking for the Sears Chevrolet Silverado, you can get that one too. There's also Mike Chase in the #1 truck. There's actually 3 #1 trucks that are made in 1995. Mike Chase, PJ Jones, and this one as well. PJ Jones and Mike Chase basically shared a #1 Sears truck basically back in 1995. And also PJ Jones drove this one too. So recommend you guys get it. And we're going to move on to the next diecast here, which will be on the 1995 Craig Hartson #8 AC Delco Chevrolet Silverado. So here's the next diecast in this review. It's going to be on the 1995 Craig Hartson #8 AC Delco Chevrolet Silverado. And Craig Hartson, pretty much very unknown for a lot of people. Craig Hartson and a couple of guys back in 1994 did some exhibition races back in the day. And Craig Hartson drove for his father, Bruce Hartson. And this is a really beautiful plain AC Delco Chevrolet. We're going to go and take a very close look at it, start with the front. There is the Chevrolet Silverado nose. There's AC Delco on the hood. And there is the left side right here. I think basically I'm going to say this. So in 1994, before the Truck Series began, there were some exhibition races. Well, they didn't put Craftsman on the windshield banners until 1995. So that's the reason why you're seeing Craftsman on the sides on this truck, and so as well as PJ Jones. Here's the roof right here. And here is the truck bed. It says AC Delco powers the winners on the deck lid. And then here's AC Delco on the back. This is just a beautiful, very, very beautiful plain white truck, if you know what I mean. Just, oh my goodness, there's so much to it. And here is the right side here, same size left. So much to it in terms of nostalgia, man. I just love this truck basically for sure. It's definitely one of the rarest trucks, and I definitely recommend you guys to get this if you find it. And we're going to move on to our final Truck Series diecast, which will be on the 1997 Tammy Joe Kirk Lovable Ford F-150. So here's the next diecast in this review. It's going to be on the 1997 Tammy Joe Kirk Lovable Ford F-150. And let me just tell you, having a pink diecast in general, as a guy collecting diecast and having it be pink, it is kind of awkward, but you know what? It's a diecast, and I love it. And this thing is a lovable diecast, so you got to have a lovable diecast once in a while, you know what I mean? So we're making all sorts of puns on this one, because this truck is lovable. So we're going to go ahead and take a very close look at it. I started with the front there. It's lovable on the hood, along with Ford, and very fine print of yellow. I'm going to try to do my best here to show you what it actually says. It says in very fine print of yellow, it says, "Find comfort in our bras." I hope you guys can read that, but this is basically a bikini slash bra truck, basically, if you know what I mean. Yeah, really crazy. But anyway, there is Ford F-150 nose right there. There it is right there. There's Craftsman on the windshield banner as the window is going into the truck. That's not very good. But here is the left side right here. This is just a lovable truck diecast. Here's a roof, as you see a big blue and white stripe going down the roof. And there is nothing on the truck bed, but there is on the back, lovable right there with a little bit of a heart. And there is the right side of the diecast here, same side as left. And if you guys are looking for Tammy Joe Kirk, I recommend you guys get it. I know it might be a little awkward because it is a lovable diecast. It actually is a Lovable is a company that sells bras and bikini and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, it is kind of awkward, but you know what? It's cool. You could get Tammy Joe Kirk in the 7 or the number 07. And this is actually the team that Jeff Bodine actually owned back in the day. So really cool. Jeff Bodine was a co-owner driver in the Cup Series and also drove trucks back then as well. Also owned trucks as well, the 07 and the 7. And I recommend you guys get these. So we're going to move on to the next diecast, which would be on the 2002 Casey Atwood Sirius Dodge. So here's the next diecast in this review. This will be on the Casey Atwood 2002 Sirius Satellite Radio Dodge. And this is basically from Ray Everham. In 2003, Ray Everham did not have the 7 car, but indeed he actually had a part-time car, number 91, which Casey Atwood actually drove that, while Jimmy Spencer drove the number 7 in 2003 with Sirius on there, and that was actually with Jimmy Smith owning the team in 2003. But this is a really cool diecast here. I've actually been wanting to get this paint scheme for a little while for Casey Atwood, and here is the Dodge nose along with Sirius Satellite Radio on the hood. And here is the left side here. You can see this is basically just a blue, black, and white with a little bit of gray on this as well. That's basically what this paint scheme really mostly is. Here is the roof. There's nothing on the deck, but on the back it says Sirius Satellite Radio here. Here's the right side of the diecast here, same size left for Casey Atwood. And if you guys are looking for Casey Atwood's 2002 paint scheme, I recommend you guys get it. And we're going to move on to the final diecast in this review. It's going to be on the 2005 Rusty Wallace Miller Lite Dodge. So here's the last diecast in this review. It's going to be the 2005 Rusty Wallace Miller Lite Dodge. This is the primary paint scheme that he drove for the time being. He actually had some other paint schemes he ran to during the season, during his farewell season. Rusty Wallace had 55 career wins. And there is the front right here, the Dodge Charger nose, Miller Lite and Mobile One on the hood. And this is the left side right here. As you can see, those gray spikes basically going down the side, so as well as a little bit of a stripe there. Really, really beautiful paint scheme this is for Rusty Wallace's farewell season. And then here is the roof. For some odd reason, apparently the shade of blue on this diecast when they made it was a little bit off. It was actually supposed to be darker, but it's okay. At least I got this one for the time being. There is Mead West Vaco on the deck lid there, as you also see Miller A Good Call on the back with Mobile One on the back there as well. Here's the right side diecast here, same side as the left, and that is it basically for Rusty Wallace for the 2005 paint scheme. Totally recommend you guys get this. There's also 5 packs you can get for Rusty Wallace, basically to get some other paint schemes that Rusty Wallace ran in 2005 that were a part of his farewell season. But that's it basically for this diecast review. By the way, with all these diecasts, I got these basically from my local flea market here in McKinney, Texas. There were some other guys, some new guys that came in and had some diecasts for me. So really, really cool. I'm very happy about finding some new diecasts, new vendors that came out. I haven't been there since last year, and I came back basically for the first time this year, and I found some luck. So really happy I got to go back to third Monday's trade days and have some good luck on my side. And definitely, hopefully, we'll be going back next month because there was a guy a new vendor that I met. Didn't get his name, but it's okay. He has some diecast, and he said he was going to bring some more out. And hopefully I get to go back once again later on in October. But that's it for this review. Thank you guys for watching. This has been the NASCAR Freak, and make sure you guys like and comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Signing on, God bless, guys.